February 7th through the 13th. Hopefully you enjoyed your last reading if you did watch your last reading. If not, then welcome to your first reading. A little bit different setup here, obviously, and I changed up my layout. I'm just explaining this to all my videos from here on out, or at least like for this set of videos, I'm explaining that I did a different layout. It's 4 columns instead of 3, and each one has a designated, wow, this is cool. Definitely a lot different from your past reading, sorry. Nice. A little more information here. Next week, I'll be incorporating another deck regarding abundance. People love having money messages or abundance messages, so look out for that on the following week's reading, not this one. All right, so first and foremost, overall energy is the artist. So this to me is someone who is starting to come into a lot more ideas in regards to what they want to manifest or create. And there's a lot of beauty behind it as well. So this person is like going in their mind and like having a lot of cool ideas that are coming about. It could be in relation to animals. It could be in relation to anything mystical even. But ultimately, it's just talking about coming into ideas. And I have to remain a little bit ambiguous. I always say that, because I want people to understand that this is not just a single person reading. It is for anyone who comes into it, and not everyone's going to be experiencing the same thing. So I gotta be a little bit ambiguous because of that. So really cool energy. I mean, she's very mystical herself. So she's like manifesting new ideas, even, or having things bubble up inside of her. So that's the overall energy. Recent past is the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So I'm getting a couple of different messages with this one, and it may resonate with different parties here. In the recent past, it looks like there was some sort of opportunity or financial gain that you have acquired, and it looks like it allowed you to be able to start moving towards this new idea that you had. The Page of Wands represents someone who is very passionate, driven, youthful, in their approach to this new venture that they're about to embark on, but they're definitely ready. And it could be it started a new chapter for you. So either that's one message that I got, and the other one is you could have been offered some sort of offering opportunity or financial gain or material gain in any way, shape, or form from a person that would represent the Page of Wands, someone who's youthful, very passionately driven, maybe charming and attractive even. But ultimately, there's two sides to that coin, and whatever resonates with you, that's the one that message was meant for you. Okay, and we'll get more clarification on it because the outcome may actually show us like where was it headed towards. All right, so what's the energy moving into the next week? Ace of Cups and the Reader here. Okay, so this is definitely so the Reader represents like putting your time and energy into learning something new. You're either reading something new, learning going through a class, or just putting your time and energy into understanding a new concept. And it looks like this is being brought towards you. The Ace of Cups represents a new beginning in regards to emotion, new love start. So if just be mindful of that energy playing out as you move into the following week and the weeks ahead. You're going to be offered something, whether it's a relationship or something that's emotionally tied to yourself, that will require you to learn more about it, whether it's a person or a new endeavor you're going to embark on. And that's fairly vague, but ultimately that's hitting the nail on the head here. You are going to be coming into something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling, and it's like you may have to learn about it. You may have to put effort into learning something new because of it, right? Yeah, but the thing is, the Reader. This is a new tarot card, by the way, for this deck I got. The Reader is someone who is willing to put in the work. All right, so the next one is the Eight of Swords and the Devil. Okay, so they're calling attention to self-imposed limitations regarding some sort of behavior or addiction that you are holding on to. So this card, the Eight of Swords, represents someone who is, I say self-imposed, because it does feel like you're being restricted in some way, but it's like you're disallowing yourself to move out of that. And it looks like it's just like the devil comes in whenever, there's a bondage or some sort of chain that's shackled to you, keeping you in some sort of behavior, routine, or otherwise destructive pattern that may not be benefiting you anymore. And it's like you definitely notice this, or at least if you don't notice this, you are disallowing yourself to notice this kind of pattern. So just be mindful of any addictions or anything that could be considered toxic, right? Just be mindful either within yourself that you're performing, or someone in your life that is connected to you. So take the blinders off here. Notice that you can move out of these swords and break that chain or habit. Because what's coming is, it looks like you may be doing that anyway. We have the Temperance card and the Nine of Pentacles. So it looks like if you're reading these two together, it looks like if you've been having any sort of money issues or wanting some sort of abundance to come in, this looks like there's balance being restored, right? Because the Temperance represents putting time and effort into things that actually benefit you, and not putting too much time or effort into something that does not benefit you, right? And it's saying that there's going to be a balance and adjustment, and it looks like you may even be putting more time into your work. So, or it's saying you either are putting more time into your work, creating more abundance, and that's what's coming in, or you are putting too much time into your work and that you need to adjust that. So whatever, I got a bad feeling about that one, so I'm not really sure that's what it is. But I try to be ambiguous here. So anyway, it's just saying there is some sort of balance coming in regards to finances and how and your independence as well. So, and the Temperance, it's about modesty, doing things and modest, right? Putting too much time into your work is never good. Putting too little time into your work is never good. But either way, it's just talking about banking on ideas and allowing the abundance to flow, and you're going to have more balance because of that. All right, so in the recent past, you have the Five of Pentacles over the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So it looks like to me, the outcome here was moving towards something much more financially abundant, right? Because it looks like you may have gone through a time where, you may have felt lack or loss, or you may have been losing out on some sort of opportunity, whether financial or material. But you were brought something because of that. You were brought something else in return. And it's like, that's the overall energy I'm feeling from this, is like, you may have felt like you were not going anywhere. This person's like out in the cold. He's like bruised. He's like not enjoying where he's at. But it looks like you were brought something in return in its place, basically. So that's what I'm getting for that. King of Swords over the Ace of Cups and the Reader. Okay, so I definitely feel like this is you. If it's not you, it's somebody else in your life who would represent the King of Swords. So if you are having, or this could be talking about research. If you are, or laws and legality even, anything to do with authoritarian laws, legalities, stuff like that, research even, having to make that decision based off of clarity. This is what this is saying. The King of Swords is like, because he's like the top of his suit, he knows what he wants. He's going to put in the work to get it. And that's another clarification over the Reader. So it's like, you're definitely learning something new here. It looks like it could be revolving research or some sort of schooling in those realms, right? Yeah. Maybe getting something new. And it's definitely going to be a little bit emotionally fulfilling. Let's see here. Eight of Swords and the Devil. You have Two of Wands. Right. So this is basically what this is saying, is making the choice to move on and move past, getting out of your comfort zone so that you can move in a better direction. The twos in the tarot always represent movement, choices, and decisions. And this is a choice on a passionate drive or a new idea or moving out of your comfort zone, basically. And that's what I'm feeling from this. This person, like, he has the world in one hand, a globe, and the idea, or this wand that represents new horizons, new ideas, and moving out of your comfort zone. So it's like the world is at his feet. All he has to do is make that decision to move forward. And when this card comes up, it generally represents someone who will make that choice, because why stay where you're at? If it's not benefiting you in any way, shape, or form, get out of it. You know, that's just the kind of brash and straight to the point. But ultimately, like, you want to be able to have a great life, right? You want to be able to move in a direction that's going to be beneficial and create more fulfillment. You know, get out of these negative habits that are just obviously no longer serving you. And then what's coming is the Hierophant over the Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the Hierophant definitely represents some sort of spiritual knowledge, spiritual growth even. It could represent an organization, but I'm getting more spiritual vibes with this one. And I believe Taurus is the sign that represents the Hierophant. And so why I said that is because Taurus represents our luxuries, our self-values, and moving more towards spiritual enlightenment even, because it does rule the Hierophant. So what I'm basically seeing here is like you're more than likely moving towards something that's going to create more wisdom, more spiritual knowledge, and ultimately more spiritual growth. And if that's something you desire, then that's a great sign. All right, so we have last quarter moon in Sagittarius and new moon in Scorpio. So definitely a new beginning coming in here for you. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius talks about practicing gratitude. So if you haven't really been doing that, no shame, no judgment here. We all get kind of caught up in the flow of life. But ultimately, like, if you are to increase your own worth and your own value, you have to be able to practice gratitude and be grateful for what you have in your life right now. Because that's going to help you manifest more into your life. That energy is very positive. It's high vibrational. And it helps, like, because we all have an energy field, right? We all have an electromagnetic field around us and get Tauruses through us. And it allows us to bring in and push away things that no longer serve us and bring in new experiences and new energies that do serve us. And gratitude, when it vibrates inside of you, it has a very high vibration. There's a very positive emotion attached to gratitude. And that reverberates within your own quantum physics so that you can bring in new things. But it will require you to go deeper. New moon in Scorpio is very transformative. So if you need to go more inside yourself, block things out, learn more about yourself, and transform from the inside out, that's what this is saying in order to become more abundant. You know, get out in nature a little bit. Get out to some green scenery, you know, waterfalls even. Waterfalls are very peaceful and serene. That'll help you clear your mind and go deeper. Water is already very deep anyway. And the thing is like being an Aquarius, it may not be 100% true for everybody because you have a full astrology chart that has many different aspects playing out. But if your sun sign is Aquarius, your personality can be sometimes equated to a little bit cold and not so much into your emotions and more into your head. Aquarius is an air sign. So it's calling you to be more into your emotions, get more into what you truly want, actualize yourself, show gratitude, because there's a lot of growth happening here. And you're having ideas that are coming through, and ideas come through your subconscious mind even. And, you know, that's what the artist is saying. So, all right, Aquarius, I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you find value in it, please like, share, and subscribe it. You don't really have to share, I guess, but like and subscribe at least. I'm trying to get myself out there. I'm trying to get as much messages and readings out to people as I possibly can and grow myself. But anyway, I will see you in the next one. Thank you.